So, look, I have a special story for everyone. So, Jenny Rodriguez, we're not related. I wish we were, but we're not. But I do want to say SPUD has a program where they're able to do a community resource liaison. So they basically lend us an employee for a short amount of time. And I say short because Jenny actually came to work at the chamber with us. And from the moment I met her, I thought, wow, this is a star. Like, what is going on here? And so good for SPUD for recognizing that. I'm going to give that a shout out there, because within 2.5 months of being with us, they actually called her back and said, hey, you know what, we just realized you are a star. We're going to promote you, so we need you back at SPUD. And since then, she's gotten another promotion. But I just wanted to tell you, Jenny, how proud we are of you and how happy I was to have you for that short, significant amount of time, but it really showed us the type of person you are. And this is your question. So what was that moment in your life that had influenced your personal and professional journey? Because there is quite a bit in it.
Yeah, I was like really thinking about this one. It's like, where do I start? But Maida, thank you for sharing your story, because I think that for me it also was that turning moment when I try to practice this enough. And as cliche as it sounds, it's definitely when I became a mom. Right here. Yeah. So, but taking it back a little bit. So, I think for me, the reason I always get emotional is because growing up in a culture where, we're taught to make our parents proud, and for me, it was a moment where I think I made my parents a little disappointed when I'll take it back even further. For my 17th birthday, for any of you who are familiar with the military, I spent my 17th birthday at MEPS here in Sacramento because I was determined to become a United States Marine. And my mom, against my mom and dad's will, my dad was like, hey, whatever she wants to do, I'm there for it. But my mom was very much like, no, there's other things that you can do. Like, you don't have to go off and go to the military. And get myself together. But they agreed, and they signed away, I guess you could say, my life away to the military. But the reason why this story is very significant is because, fast forward, my date to go off to boot camp would have been August 20th of 2001. So let's really think back to 2001. And without getting too dark here on this early, lovely Friday morning, I'll jump ahead and share that on September 26, 2001, I gave birth to a 5-pound, 15-ounce, my big man-child right here. And I share that story because I think for me it was a turning point where I realized that it was no longer about me, and it was about making moves for not just myself but my family. And so I thought that I would go work full time and also hold a full-time shift at Casunas River College. I don't know what I was thinking. I failed miserably. So I had to take a step back. I think I passed 1 out of the 5 classes and really just honed in on, I have to focus on being a mom. And then I promise there's an ending to this. And so fast forward to 2009, that was the second turning point, I think, in my career where, and I share this story, and I want to be very careful because I want to be respectful of anyone who may have certain feelings in anything that they may have gone through in life, and this topic is very much a taboo, I feel. But in 2009, 3 children later, I had my 3 sons here in front of us, and I was actually pregnant with what would have been our 4th child. And usually they tell us, like, don't share anything until after 12 weeks, and we were well beyond that point. And many may not know this story, but it turned into a situation where we woke up one morning and suddenly I was no longer expecting. So I share that because Angel Rodriguez, who I still very much, we still honor him every year, January 5th. And he's my guardian angel. And I share this story because he was the reason where I was sitting and thankful to my job at SMUT for being very supportive in that time. And they allowed me to take, regardless of the situation, my 6 weeks, postpartum period. And in that 6 weeks, I thought to myself, and I said, I have all the tools. I just always felt like I couldn't do this. Like, what is this gonna mean for me? Like, his life needs to mean something. And the little bit of, that little moment that I had of him, and I just stopped, and I don't know what got into me, but it was like a Monday morning. It was right before Casunas River College, once again. I used to live down the street, and I went in, I talked to a counselor, and I'd never looked back. And so from that day forward, it took me quite a while, thank you. I forgot to bring tissues. I had a feeling this was going to happen. I never looked back. And so from 2009, crying and tests and papers and my family being supportive, I never looked back. And so I finished strong, and then I went on to Sac State, which is something I never thought I would make. Like, to me, I hold Sac State very near and dear. And it's an honor to know that President Nelson's in the room tonight, because to me, Sac State was my Harvard. Woo! So, finishing and walking that stage, and my chicas, I know who you all know who you are, having gone through this program. We were very, it was a proud moment for sure. And then went off to grad school, and the rest is history. But I never ever would have thought that would have happened. And I sometimes think back, like, had that not happened for Diosito, maybe things happen for a reason, and he was going to be my reason, I feel. And so this is why I wanted to share, because I want to be able to inspire other women that, whether you're a teen mom or a mom in general, whether it's later in career, like, we could do this. You just have to make sure to find your network, find those that are going to be there to support you, cherish them, and tap into your community. And with little chance and, being taken on me, we can make
to a celebration of trailblazers in Sacramento today. The Latina Estrella Awards honored women who are leading the way in their communities and professions.
The Sacramento Hispanic Chamber of Commerce gave awards to 4 women. Now, among them, newly elected Mayor of Woodland, Myra Vega. Another award recipient is a rising star working for Sacramento Mayor Darrell Steinberg's office. The chamber also honored Jenny Rodriguez, who works for SMUD's economic development team.
Very happy to be able to hopefully spread that message to the next person that, just because things happen in life doesn't necessarily mean that it ends there.
That's an obligation of all of us as women, as Latinas, is to, pay it forward for those who are coming behind us.
And that was the Senior Vice President of Integrated Marketing Solutions for Entravision, which has several radio stations in the region. She was honored with the Legacy Estrella Award. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations to